Live from HBFO Channel 6, Bloke in a Pub, Matthew Mills. Higgs Boson family, you stay classy. Hello and welcome to the cognitive coaching session that is Bloke in a Pub, helping you keep your financial game tight. I'm here to chew bubblegum and invest money, and I'm all out of bubblegum. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, as usual, we're joined in the run-up to the US presidential elections by Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and that's really what I want to focus on. So, what's going to be the impact on investors from either a Trump or a Biden, which we can easily get confused, victory? Donald Trump represents the Republican Party, which is quite conservative. They're usually associated with tax cuts and supporting industry and a light touch on regulation. Markets tend to like that. So companies don't like paying tax, and if they pay less tax, they've probably got more money to invest, to grow their company, be more productive, produce more profits and share that as dividends. So that will push stock markets up. It will push stock markets up even further if the House of Representatives, and you remember that you don't just elect the president to do pretty much what he likes, so that he cannot act like a king, because we won't have that in the US. No siree, Bob. You have a House of Representatives which is there to check and limit his power. If you end up with a House of Representatives which is also Republican, which it's not at the moment, then it's more likely the president can push through his policies. They're more likely to be in tune with very conservative values, and that will push markets up, and that will push markets up even higher by a few percent probably. Now, if you get a Biden victory, but you still have a Republican House, then markets will probably drop a little bit because the Democratic Party that he represents is more associated with a liberal agenda, raising taxes to spend on civic programs, and higher regulation markets, which greedy capitalists in which cannot be trusted. And that will tend to increase taxes, reduce corporate profits, and push markets down. As I say, if you end up with a Joe Biden victory with the House of Representatives also being largely Democrats, which it is at the moment, then it's likely to be a bigger dip, and you're likely to see in that scenario markets will dip by a few percent. Can you actually see this being manifest at the moment, which you can, is that there's been a big debate around a financial stimulus package for the US in response to the economic impact of COVID. Democrats want to actually spend trillions, whereas the Republicans want to spend billions, and Donald Trump's somewhere in the middle trying to negotiate a peace. But because they can't agree, because you have a president who is a Republican and you have a House of Representatives who are Democrats who want different things and they can't agree, they haven't agreed a financial stimulus package, and markets have dropped a little bit as a result. So you can see this interplay between who is the president, who dominates the House of Representatives, and the effect on stock markets. But in terms of what actually happens, again, we won't know until all the votes are in on November the 3rd. And we'll keep you posted on more developments in the meantime, and we'll speak to you soon.